Hey guys, Rivet here. Welcome back to another episode of Cube World. Back again, I think for the final time with Rivet and our pet kit. I think we'll be starting off a new character this weekend. I do believe, yeah, Sunday coming up. So I'm so flustered. It's been an interesting couple of days. Hope you guys have enjoyed the last episode that I posted yesterday. I know you guys aren't probably used to me doing a Monday episode, so views are down on it, but that's okay. I don't really mind one way or the other. Okay, we got things getting wrecked here. It's been fun. And again, the comments, everything, keep it up. Thank you very much, guys. You guys keep me motivated to continue doing this stuff. Let's see where we're at yesterday. So Tuesday I usually work. Wow, this is but I ended up calling in sick, just not feeling right at all yesterday. It was I've been fighting something for the past, I don't know, 3 or 4 days at work. Just like really bad stomach problems. I have colitis, which I've mentioned before, so every now and again parts of it will flare up and it just becomes a real pain in the butt, literally and figuratively. So yesterday was just a day that I needed to catch up. I was like I said, fighting something for a couple of days, and I just decided yesterday I needed the day to kind of take care of myself, and I'm glad I did it. I'm really glad I did it. I did a bunch of stuff around the house and things I needed to do. I've been sleeping a whole lot lately too, so obviously there's something wrong when I sleep. I don't normally do a whole lot of sleeping. Sleeping and I are not the best of friends. So yeah, I got a whole bunch of stuff done, and serendipitously, if I got that word right, just happenstance that yesterday Sea of Thieves came out. And I picked up the Game Pass, which is available on the Xbox, and with that I downloaded it overnight on my Xbox, thinking, you know, I'll bring my PC over to my Xbox over to my PC, and then I'll probably do some recordings or streaming of Sea of Thieves from that. When I got up in the morning, I had notifications. When you use the Xbox, and if you've linked the account to your PC on Windows 10, then you get notifications. I went in to go clear them, and it said that Sea of Thieves was available for download for my computer, so I tested it, and lo and behold, it was. And so I now have Sea of Thieves on both my PC and my Xbox. And I think anybody can do it as long as you have a Windows 10 machine and you set up an Xbox Live account. You've got to set it up to, there's a 14-day trial that you can have for the Game Pass, which is what I'm using. And then after that, it's $10 US a month afterwards if you want to maintain it. But if you wanted to try it out for 2 weeks and basically get access to the game, you can do so. Microsoft is planning on doing this with all of their exclusive titles going forward. So Crackdown 3 and a bunch of other games. So anything that's going to be coming out for Xbox and PC on Microsoft for this is going to be included in the Game Pass. So I'm really excited about that, because as much as I enjoy my Xbox, I don't really necessarily always enjoy trying to figure out how to play games and stuff using that, and I'm just like, no. So last night, actually would have been the other night, so the evening before, I was online, and Thaco Gamers were streaming some World of Warcraft, and Matt had reached out to me, gosh, about a year ago, about the Cube World. It's a collection of guys that get together and they just do a whole bunch of gaming, much like the Drunk Gaming Crew. You know, fast friends, you know, and a lot of fun to hang out with. So they had a nice fun stream. So we've been chatting on and off now for about a year, and you know, finally, you know, talking about, you know, getting together and doing a collab together. They play a lot of the similar games. There's no reason why up to this point I hadn't collabed with them. Basically just timing and circumstances and everything. And so Sea of Thieves was coming out, and then they said that they'd gotten a hold of it as well. They did the same thing I did, got the Game Pass and got it for Windows. And so last night they invited me along to join them in on a stream. So I'm like, yeah, sure. And that's what we did. 4.5 hours of Sea of Thieves. And mind you, the funny part about it is I would say more than half of that was sitting in the loading screen. Anybody that caught the stream last night, you will see it's called Sea of loading screens, because it's game was broken last night, and not discounting or giving any grief to the developers at all. The game is brilliant. The game is a lot of fun, but the issue was with the servers and launch day, and I think the amount of people that were getting access to the Game Pass. I think the demand for the game was a little bit more than they were expecting, which is great. Game is absolutely worth all the hype that I've been putting up on it. Once we got into the game, just the silliness, this absolute silliness. I love the fact that you can just goof off and be a kid in the game. You can do anything basically you can be any kind of pirate you want to be, which is something I didn't expect. There is no tutorial, there is no hand holding, you wake up in a bar and you have an adventure. You do whatever you want. It's the most open world game I've ever encountered in my life. Surprisingly intuitive, which is another shocker for me. But yeah, there's nothing about it I didn't enjoy. And again, when you're goofing around waiting for 2 hours out of 4 hours to get into the game and you still enjoy it, that bodes well for it. So like I even got up this morning going, oh god, I wish I could go back into Sea of Thieves. But I knew I had to do this. So so expect some content in the very... Ooh, got wrecked. Expect lots of content from Sea of Thieves, let's put it that way. It's going to become a mainstay, I do believe, on my channel for me. Probably streams. It's just a matter of getting a hold of people to do it as well. That's the biggest hurdle is that game, you can do it solo. By all means, you can. Which is nice. And but they even state that it's going to be a challenge. And I found out the hard way last night when, you're out and around and somebody decides to wreck your day. Starts bombing you and it attacks your ship, and then it's just you versus however many people are on that other ship. And you can respawn, but the respawning, how it works is you end up going into a like a purgatory, like a delay bit for a while. So you're basically you're boarded and looted and whatnot. Then you come back onto your ship. But when you come back onto your ship and they're still there, you just get smited again, and then again and again and again. And it was, I was like, oh god, I'm going to be in a death loop here. So basically, when I got back out, I grabbed a hold of the ship. Oh god. I launched off and was pulling away, and then found that my ship sank because it had so many holes in it. And I was like, oh god, what am I going to do? And the guys were just hanging out, kind of waiting for me. And there's a merman that comes by, and he kind of will, you see like this blue smoke on the horizon kind of thing, and then he will spawn you back at an island. But the guys were kind of camped right over top of it, and they were chasing me down, trying to hunt me down, and I had no ship, and I'm like, oh god, what am I going to do? And a shark came by and ate one of them. It was just like, that was the randomness. So I kept swimming, and then the merman showed up ahead of me, and I got a hold of him, and then boom. But you just kind of go on little missions. But like, you can do it solo. By all means, you can do it solo. But after that, like, I saw ships and they were firing at each other, and I just didn't want to get even near them. Like, I was kind of hiding out as far away as I could. But so much fun. Like, absolutely, an absolute blast. So if you guys have been sitting on the fence about wondering to pick it up or not, there is a way if you have Windows 10 to get a hold of it. I kind of a 2-week demo, but I would say it's absolutely worth it. But yeah, I have no issues. This is going to be a game that I'll probably end up picking it up outside the Game Pass. I think it's worth the money for me. I'll give it another couple of goes. I mean, I remember when No Man's Sky came out, and I thought that was going to be worth it too, and it certainly wasn't. But once the few hours of gameplay wore off on No Man's Sky, I gave up on it. But I have more faith in Rare than I do in Sean Murray. Oh, jerk. He lied to me. But yeah, it's for feeling as awful and horrible as I did yesterday, it turned out to be an amazing day, and I had a lot of fun. So I will put a link down below to Thacker Gamers' channel. They stream a couple times a week, at least once a week. They play a lot of MMOs. Kind of sweet talked me into joining them on a couple of other adventures. They play a whole bunch of stuff. They do WoW a lot. Now that was interesting how everything just got blown up there. Oh god. Which is a game I've never really truly been interested in. They also mentioned about trying out League of Legends and stuff. You know, games that are outside of my wheelhouse. So if you guys are wanting some of that kind of content, you may see it. We'll see how it goes. But definitely hanging out with the guys is going to be a thing for sure. It's always nice to branch out and do some more. You know, not like I'm set in my ways or anything. Love hanging out with Armor Time, War, and everything. But you know, you got to branch out. You got to do new things. You got to do more. And I enjoyed myself thoroughly last night. They were very, very welcoming, and it was brilliant. I enjoyed every moment of it. So yeah, that was my sick day. And that was my very first sick day I've taken off of work since I started there in almost 6 months. So that was it was needed. You know, sometimes mental sick day type of thing. But again, there was physical side to it. Listen, this guy is just freaking fire. We've got a fire mage boss in his blue. It means we could end up getting some loot. Oh god, if we can kill this jerk. There we go. There you go. What do we get? Junk. We'll take a look at it real quick. I mean, I'm calling it junk because I think it's going to be, but I'm pretty sure better than what we got, so that's good. Nope. No, not even close. Iron boots. Why did you have iron boots or gloves? Why? Like, what prompted that? Well, that was fun. I needed that. Oh god, and this is not even going to be my express elevator. I'm going to make it into one. Oh man, that sucks. Get over here. Let's ride. Yeah, this is... We'll just keep running through them. Ooh, cold. A coin. Cold? Yeah, I have a cold. Yesterday was first day of spring as well, which was a lie. There was no spring outside. Miserable. Cold. It's been actually colder in March than it was in February here, which is kind of interesting. You know, I'm still getting used to being in Halifax and everything here, but weather. I don't know if I'll ever get used to the weather here. It's just so crazy. You know, I'm used to winter. You get a storm where you have snow, and then you get more snow and more snow. What the hell? I've never had a place where you could have snow turn to rain, turn to snow again in my life, and it's just you think when you think about it, it's like, oh, that would be great, where you don't have to really worry about, you know, it goes from, you don't get a lot of snow, and then you're here and you realize, oh yeah, it would be kind of easier if it was just snow. The reason being for me is that when you have the cold the way that it is, the humidity levels are really high, so it can be like -5, -10 and feel a heck of a lot colder than it is. And like, because when I lived in Toronto and other cities, it's a little bit drier in the wintertime. And yet, yeah, so even just the other day it was like -2. So I was thinking it would be kind of warm, and this is, in Canada we're kind of weird about, you know, cold temperatures. 0 is not necessarily all that bad for some of us. But yeah, it was here. So yeah, it was like -2, and it was not fun. It felt a lot colder. Like I was like, I'm not wearing enough clothing for this, and I had most of my winter gear on. The only thing I hadn't pulled out was my scarf, and that was really like, kind of like your brain goes, what, why? Because you're used to things. Like if you're used to winter doing certain things, and you just do it. And here, it doesn't do anything like it usually does. Okay, we're going to head to town anyway. We're going to go take, yeah, thanks, mouse, thank you. I go to scratch my chin, and my mouse goes sideways. Oh god. What are you doing, mouse? Stop it. Okay, let's take a look at where we're headed again. There. Stop it. Oh my god, so frustrating. It's just like it didn't have enough. Oh, what is going on? It's like, okay, apparently there's salt on my desk or something. Sand? Okay, I've had enough fun. I'm going to stop arguing with my computer. Okay, that's good. I can take my hand off of the mouse for a hot second and everything's fine. Makes me feel better. Okay, oh god, did I pick up mushrooms? I did. I picked up mushrooms. Oh, what is with me? There may be one more boss battle between us and the city. We're going to go ahead to the city. We need to get some supplies anyway. I may just clear up my inventory. That might be fun. Well, no, I don't need to clear up my inventory because I'm not going to be going back to this character again in a while. So yeah, I posted in the last video that I'm going to look at starting a new character. What I may end up doing is a live stream with it on the weekend. I gotta check my schedule, see what times I'm working. Yeah, I'll figure it out. We'll figure it all out. But keep your eyes peeled. If you guys don't follow me on Twitch, do so. You don't have to. If you just want to watch the content, that's fine. But what I will be doing is a Cube World live stream. I might do it Friday or Thursday. My days off, and it'll be just something in the middle of the afternoon just to do a character build. Not going to be super huge or anything, but if you guys want to be involved in that, do so. Follow me there, and I will. And again, if you're not following me on my Discord, I try to be good about giving you guys updates on my Discord. I forgot last night about the Sea of Thieves, but that's okay. I'm allowed to forget some stuff. I had a lot of people showing up anyway. Ooh, Frog. I like Frog. How are you? A lot of bosses in between. I don't know why this happens sometimes. You just get back-to-back bosses in little areas. You can see his eyes and the pixels on the ground. Aw, how cute. He's dead. He's got squished. And insects. Lots of flies. Every 3 seconds we're getting more junk here. Okay, I'll leave the alpacas alone because they don't really bother me. We'll get into town. I think that will be our ending spot for today's episode. Maybe? We'll see what the town looks like. It could be beautiful. It could be a piece of garbage. It could be anything. We don't know. Cube World. So I think I'm going to end the episode here, guys. You guys wondering why there's a bit of a jarring end to it? Went on a bit of a rant when I got into town, and it was unintentional and unnecessary. So I'm editing and cutting it out. It's just about the same thing that I have to go on all the time about the update and about people asking to join. And the answer is going to be the same. It's going to be very concise, as I don't know when the update's coming out, and I don't play multiplayer because of the network code. I've mentioned it, I've answered it a number of times, and I've said it in videos a number of times. And apparently it's a really sore spot for me because I can't stop ranting about it. So I'm just going to end it here. Don't want to have anybody upset at the end of an episode. This is a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. This has been a very good day, and I want to end on a very positive note. So again, I'm sorry if that last little bit was jarring and how everything works, and if my abruptness about the update and stuff. You got to understand, I get these questions all the time, and I can only respond the same way 100 times before I go, why is this a thing? And I got to realize, new videos, new people, and a lot of people are just hyped and curious. And I can't help the fact that Wale has not updated the game and hasn't given us any information. And I can only apologize a number of times before. I wonder why he doesn't do his job, and that's my frustration, is the fact that there is no update to the game and I have no answers for you guys. But I'm going to persevere. I'm going to keep playing, keep goofing around. Send a message to Dream. He's working diligently on some new mods, so that'll be cool once he gets those up. No rush, Stream, if you're watching. Do school, man. You're killing it. Have fun. Enjoy the heck out of yourself. I'm here playing Cube World. I'll be playing Cube World until you're out of university. Oh god, probably with no update. But regardless of that, I do want to thank everybody for coming out today and for your continued support. And I will see you guys very soon in our next episode. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.